you're most welcome to the Be Bold Show, another episode that's just going to be phenomenal. Now, before we get started, I just want to remind you to sign on to www.thebeboldshow.com to listen to Bold Radio and check out anything you want to check out about the show, highlights, episode, you name it. Just take part in that discussion. Now onto our BBCEO segment. Very interesting. I went all the way down to South Africa and found My Sister's Closet by Shana and Louis Darko, two Ghanaians who are doing exceptionally well. They're into clothing all the way from England, and they really pick vintage items and stuff they also create themselves. So I got a chance to interview them, and well, let's take a look at what they had to say.
Get yourself. Go get up. Go get up. Go get up. Go get up.
Louis Darko, a Londoner of Ghanaian descent, schooled in Ghana for a couple of years, gained a BFA in fashion design and marketing in Atlanta, and now lives in South Africa, utilizing her skills and passion to open MSC, also known as My Sister's Closet, one of the trendiest stores in South Africa, with her sister-in-law Shana Darko. Having worked in several international retail sectors for a number of years, the Darko sisters have always wanted to bring that passion to people through a shop of their own.
Born and bred in London, like Shana said, and then ended up moving to Ghana. I think the step to Ghana was probably the biggest thing of my nomad experience. Because obviously American education, ended up in Atlanta, supposed to have been there for 3.5 years, ended up staying for 6. You get the whole fashion is totally different in America, the people are different. Then I ended up moving back to England, and when I went back to England, that's when I got my window dressing experience. Then I ended up coming to South Africa, and I actually didn't have a job when I came, just my parents were here. Ended up getting a job as a fashion marketer.
Why be the same when you can be different, says Shana Darko, who also studied at the world-renowned London College of Fashion. She worked as a buyer for various fashion retailers in both the UK and South Africa before she embarked on opening MSC boutique with her sister. Being a young wife and an owner of a popular boutique is all about the balance, she says.
Women are always good with balancing and juggling things, so yeah, you just have to plan and make sure that you devote enough time to all areas of your life, so spiritually, your husband, your kids, work.
Their boutique targets the female consumers aged 18 to 35 who know the latest catwalk trends and are able to interpret them with their own individual flair rather than merely blending in with the masses. So it's only natural that celebrities such as Nintendo and Afro-soul artists in South Africa come to MSC for the latest trends. While Nintendo changes into her outfit selected by her stylist, let's find out what the sisters have to say. My goodness, Louise and Shana, this is a beautiful store. I love all the cute stuff I'm seeing all around. How do you guys come up with selecting your items for this store?
Well, we're influenced by lots of different things. We both born in London. Louise is from Ghana, my family are from Jamaica. We've come to South Africa and we've noticed that there's a big gap in the market for the trend-conscious young women. So we've just brought all the elements together that we love.
My Sister's Closet. Now, why that name?
I think it actually represents who we are. We're actually sisters, but we're sister-in-law. She's married to my brother. And aside from that, we're the same size clothes, same size shoes. So before even the shop came about, we steal from each other's closets. So it just makes perfect sense.
I think every sister does.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So putting MSC together, what sort of hard work, persistence did you have to go through to get to where you are today?
The nitty-gritty is, we actually started off at a market. So we actually knew what our customer would be like. But obviously with the area, we found the right area. We wanted to be kind of London-y. And this Melville, I think it's spot on. Yeah. So we actually, late nights with the coffee shop, we actually were doing our business plan, put our vision together, created a target market, researched the area, and we literally thought, this is it.
First of all, I mean, this is South Africa. Do people wear these kind of things?
You always have to encourage them to like the styles that we like. So we've got the basis, and now we just have to bring the London trend. So I think it definitely works though.
So bringing these things all the way from England or wherever you get them from, what is it like? Are there challenges that you face?
There is, like, you know, the import duties are quite high, but you just have to kind of make sure you balance things out and to ensure that you're still giving the best value to your customers.
And I've noticed that you guys actually don't just get clothes here, but you also have like different accessories. Obviously, we already saw the bags and then all of these. Tell me more about, you know, the things that you pick here.
Well, this is a brand called Melissa. It's originated from Brazil, and all of her shoes are scented. You should smell. So,
I thought you were joking.
And yeah, so these are growing very popular in South Africa. We're pleased to be one of the very few stockists that are selling them.
Okay, but why would it be important for your shoes to be scented, for instance?
I think it's like a novelty factor. I think when women, we say, is it scented? They don't believe us, like you, their reaction is nice, so they keep coming back for the scented shoe. And it's a very sturdy heel, which makes a big difference as well.
Wow, so it makes your feet smell good?
Yes.
And some jewelry as well are some of the things that you collect or pick and bring out here.
Yeah.
What inspires these kind of things?
Well, we just want to try and give the whole look. We want you to be able to come to MSC and buy the whole outfit. So.
And so looking at South Africa and starting your own company here, what is the support like in terms of private support or government support? Tell me more about that.
It's actually, we found it quite challenging. Obviously, I've got residency, but we're not natives, we're not citizens. So we almost had to self-fund, save and save and save, and then obviously get assistance where we could. But I think it's quite difficult if you're not a native.
You guys started barely 2 weeks ago now. What were some of the challenges you had when, you know, to put this MSC together?
I wouldn't say challenges, but we definitely had to do our research. It's totally different the way things are done in South Africa, so we really had to do the background work on the area that we wanted to move into, the customer, how they shop.
The type of trends they appreciate, the colours, the sizes,
Size,
definitely. Big issue.
And how's sales going so far?
It's going great. The response has been more than we could even have imagined. So we've had singers in here, bloggers, magazines in here already, so yeah, and everyone's loving it.
Tell me more about the process, Louise. I know you guys must have been working really hard to get here. I want to know exactly the details of
the ins and outs. Yeah. Okay. The nitty-gritty is we actually started off at a market, so we actually knew what our customer would be like. But obviously with the area, we found the right area. We wanted to be kind of London-y, and this Melville, I think it's spot on.
Yeah.
So we actually, late nights with the coffee shop, we actually were doing our business plan, put our vision together, created a target market, researched the area, and we literally thought, this is it.
At this point, Natenda was ready to show us her outfits. Wow. Natenda, now we've been standing out here, we've been deliberating and looking at all the outfits you've been wearing. How are you liking it?
I'm loving it. It's comfortable, it's sexy, and it slips right on.
Wow. And does it sort of speak for the music that you sing?
Oh, definitely, because it's sensual, it's sexy, but it's vibrant. It's got energy.
And as her stylist, what do you think?
You know what, I think the words that she said, she's taken out of my mouth. She looks amazing. Yeah. I think it's really nice on her. Suits her complexion and suits her style.
As a success story themselves, MSC definitely has advice for you. A lot of young entrepreneurs all over the world are looking at this and, you know, looking at you two amazing women, and they're like, okay, we want to do exactly what these two ladies have done. What sort of advice do you have for them in terms of how to get started, or when they're in it, what to do and so forth?
Well, like we said, might not be the best information from the beginning because we literally jumped into it. So, well, number one, have a passion. Number one, have the information behind you. You have to research. And it's not just researching your small area, research your actual niche market. Because if you don't have an advantageous support, you're not gonna work. Make sure you research and definitely just jump in and hopefully you'll float.
And Shana, what's yours?
Yeah, definitely. I would say research is number one. You have to know who you're competing with, what challenges are going to come. You almost have to spot the challenges before they come to you.
What is the future of MSC?
Well, we'd definitely like to have more than one store. We're definitely trying to build our own brand, which is MSC Unique, which is the stuff that we actually design ourselves. I'm Shana.
I'm Louise.
And we're from MSC Boutique in South Africa.
Stands for My Sister's Closet. We are being filmed by Be Bold, which is an amazing show. And any advice for our viewers?
Yes, just make sure that you are passionate in whatever you do and you will succeed.
Research, research, research. Be bold.
Be bold.
Those girls are extremely amazing, very bubbly and so stylish, and I was just like, wow, you girls are really making it. Well, My Sister's Closet is available on Twitter as well, so just look out for them and find out what they're doing. If ever you go by South Africa, make sure you go by that store because you'll find so many amazing things. Let's take a break. We'll be back in a moment.